storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Terrapins will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the USC Trojans offense will have the opening possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads it left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Terrapins offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Zips it out to his man. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on 1st down from the 43. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Creates a little space. Got the 1st down himself. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Headed to the end zone. The ball's free.
What a great play by the defense. With their backs against the wall, they create the fumble and then jump on it in their own end zone for the touchback.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Crosses the 30, he's got away.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the 1st down.
Basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. That's caught. It's fouled. Turning it on. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Virginia notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Charlottesville is worth its weight in gold to the Cavaliers. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got it in the middle, it's Polk. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. Defense will back up and make things a little easier here on 3rd and 4. He'll pull it on the read. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Mayava. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Lane. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Webb. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Maryland! Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Fowler.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Gets the back moving. Second down, he'll throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. With the catch, it's Lane. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the big fella. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Washington. Going for the big play. Makes a grab right down the middle. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. Shoots his way for more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run out.
Touchdown, Terrapins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the move, it's Hansen. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Mayava. He's going for the big play. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Open spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USC. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. He'll do it himself. Got a little space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Polk. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Terrapins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and we'll see what they do to finish off this drive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Here's the pressure. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Grab near the marker. It's Lane. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking the shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that When they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. Open space at the 25. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a man, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Trojans! And they turn it into a defensive score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands. It's Courtney. There he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Howard. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. Avoids pressure. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Webb. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Dropping back, it's Washington. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it 1st and 10. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to take a shot on second and short. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Maryland! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
It's a draw. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Gonna run it. It's Hansen. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him.
Headed to the end zone. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time, but you see that breaks into the open. Powers through. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Polk. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Terrapins! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Power football with the run. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their...
Unloads it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just...
Brings it in down the left side. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it, though.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Terrapins come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Polk. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The Terrapins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Caught over the middle. It's Fowler. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff from the shotgun. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Lions. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Rides the back on the option to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the catch at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, USC. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for a man, it's Washington. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snag in the middle, it's Webb. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. They'll send the back in motion. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Rushes on him. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojan. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Scanning the field, it's Washington. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it set up on the outside.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's going to go down at the 1. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner will be dragged down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. And here comes the field goal unit. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right upright and through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Back to throw, it's Washington. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in the game. We had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Off the play fake. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. On the option, he'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called by the offense, clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. To the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've